Alright, the camera is in focus, the microphone is on, the light is on. This kind of looks like a cave woman hair, but there's nothing I can do about this, plus I want because I can't be bothered, so let's roll! Hi guys, it's Lara. Thank you all for watching and welcome back to my channel. So since 2020 has been such a lovely train wreck, and unfortunately even after only a few days of 2021 it looks like this year is not gonna be much better, even though I still hope it will. I thought the least I could do would be to pop up occasionally in your subscription feed, and hopefully at least some of my videos will be a welcomed and nice distraction for you guys. And also I miss the old YouTube where people would just sit down and chat, no sponsorship, no money involved, just a real person talking to the audience, connecting. This is something that made me very passionate at the beginning about YouTube, and that's what I miss. So I thought, like, then I should do it, right? So today we're gonna just chat. I don't even know where this is gonna go, but it's like, you know, we're friends. We just met for a nice afternoon and we're gonna talk about different things. And also I'm gonna take this Christmas tree down because I can't wait for this thing to be gone, which is something I never thought I would ever say because I'm so crazy about Christmas. I love Christmas. I even filmed Vlogmas, you guys know that. I love everything Christmassy, but obviously because of the whole worldwide situation and because of so many things that happened last year, I was not in the Christmas mood. Plus we went into lockdown on the 26th of December. There were no Christmas markets, which is a first world problem. I'm aware of that. I'm not here to complain about my life, just to make this clear. I know I don't have to because you are intelligent people, but I just like saying it aloud. Like, I am very much aware of how privileged I am, how lucky I was in my life, and I'm very, very, very grateful for everything I have. So I'm not here to complain. However, I will admit that by the end of the year, especially with the beginning of December, when another lockdown came and then the lockdown ended only for a few days, and then it's been already announced that the next lockdown will start on the 26th. I kind of went into a funk, and whenever I was going to the woods with Shadow, I'm driving with our car now instead of taking the public transportation just for safety reasons. I just sometimes felt like crying. I've been listening to Christmas music before Christmas because I just like it, but it only made me sad last year. And there are so many reasons. So many people who are close to us have been affected by COVID, either health-wise, they've been infected, or financially, and I'm just so worried about so many people. Also, I haven't been able to visit my parents last year. I miss my aunt, I miss my uncle. This is always gonna make me cry a little bit because my uncle is not in a good shape, and I don't know what's gonna happen with him this year, and there are just so many people I worry about. Let's just leave it at that. I don't want to make this a sad video, and I know that some of you have been affected, and it just breaks my heart. I take COVID very, very seriously, and yeah, it just makes me sad. Yeah, and that's why normally this thing would stay here till the end of January, but I'm like, I'm ready to take this off and, you know, put this away. I'm ready to start a new year, and hopefully some good things will happen for all of us. Again, not complaining about my life. I'm very much aware that I have it really, really great, and I'm super grateful for that. But again, it's normal to be worried about your family members and your friends. There's nothing wrong with that. So the tree, yeah, I'm gonna turn the candles on for the last time before I take it off. I love these LED candles because, you know, you can make them flicker either slower or faster. So cute. That was actually years ago. I got sent them for free, and I still have these candles, and I'm so happy that I accepted the sponsorship back then because I'm using these every single year and they're super cute. The great thing is that they can be used even outdoors, but I never use these outdoors because the tree is always here indoors. So first thing I'm gonna do is to take all the candles off and take out the batteries. And then I'll take of all the, you know, the garland and the Christmas ornaments, and we'll chat. By the way, did you notice how long my hair has gotten? That's just crazy. I feel like, I don't know, it just grows so fast. Ever since I stopped dyeing my hair, oh my gosh, it's amazing. I'm just so happy I made the step and embraced my natural hair color with all the gray hairs. The only thing is the gray hairs are kind of, I don't know if it's like curly or frizzy or crazy or furly, what do you call that? They have a very weird structure, and my hair is structured anyway because my dad has super curly hair. It's like, I think you could compare it to a really curly African American hair or something like that, or like African hair, super tiny curls, and his hair would be super short, but you could pull it like that long. But for whatever reason, I didn't get any curls, even though my mom's hair is slightly wavy. But there is structure, and my hair is like, I don't know if I want to be sleek or curly or wavy, so let's just be something. And that's why it sometimes looks like I crawled out of the cave, but it's okay. It's really thick and it's really healthy. And I honestly don't care so much about the structure because I never fell for the pressure to have super sleek hair. I can remember the time when straightening irons came out and everyone would torture their hairs, and I was like, I actually don't want that. I actually like my hair being, you know, like a little messy. Like, my favorite look is this, when I like fluff it up and it just looks super thick. I like it. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with sleek hair either, if you like it, but this is not what I want. I want to look like a cave woman, so that's why I wear it like this. But I would love to have curls too. Like, maybe not curls, but like, you know, like big, yeah, either big curls or like smaller waves, something in between. But, you know, can't have all you want. So that's the hair. Yesterday, I polished my nails for the first time after a long time, and then it's kind of a weird story. So ever since I started boxing, I started getting these white dots on the nails, and there can be various reasons for that. So either it might be because you either vitamin or mineral deficient, or there's something else wrong with you physically, or it's because you kind of hit, you know, your hand with the part where the nail grows out, and then a part of the skin got loose, and because of the way how the light hits it, you have these white spots. So it can be just like kind of like an injury, even though it's not like anything serious. So it doesn't have to have necessarily anything with your minerals and vitamins. And I even had my health check, because that's something I do yearly. I've done that before I went vegan, and I'm still doing it regularly because we have a great healthcare system in Austria, so why not use it? And I've been actually just a few days ago at my doctor's office, and we talked about my blood results, and she said like they are amazing. I have super high level of iron, actually higher than the upper limit from the normal, and all the minerals are great, all the vitamins are great. Literally, my doctor told me, whatever you're doing, keep doing this, because apparently this is working. And I showed her my nails, and I said, hey, then why do I have this? And then I explained to her sports, you know, like boxing and doing push-ups on my knuckles. And she said, well, that could actually be it, because there is like no way I would have this because of some deficiency with these blood results. So that made me feel much better. But what I got tired of was people looking at my nails and like random people asking me, are you vitamin deficient? No, I'm not. My vitamins are fine, my minerals are fine. But people of course don't believe that, and as soon as people find out that you're vegan, then anything that happens to you is because you're vegan. So let's say an airplane would fall on our house, that would be because I'm vegan, you know that. So I got tired of that, so that's why I bought myself nail polish, and I wanted something that doesn't look too obvious, something that looks subtle and kind of, I would almost a natural look but still cute. So I bought this, okay, I'm gonna go closer and I try not to yell into the camera, this really pale pink color. It's a whitish pink, And then this top coat that's a little shimmery. And this is what it looks like on my fingernails. And I really, really like the way it looks. Okay, my fingers are so crooked. Honestly, I've been always super insecure about my hands, but I stopped caring about it so much. So let me go closer. Yeah, this is what it looks like. So it's, you know, like a milky coat with this shimmery top coat, and I really love it. I do not enjoy the fact that now I've polished my nails because it's taking a little bit time for myself. That's kind of calming, but I don't like the removing of the polish remover, not the polish remover, removing the nail polish. But I take that instead of constantly explaining to people that there is nothing wrong with me, that we don't know why I have these. It's probably little injuries of the nail and nothing serious, you know. But I think you get that. So sorry, I had to get up shortly to get the last candles from the back of the tree. Yeah, and plans for this year and kind of a review of last year. So, you know, we were lucky that our company has not been affected by the whole crisis because of the pandemic. But of course we are worried what's gonna happen in the next month, so we are very frugal. We've been always very frugal at home and in our company. I think it's the best thing to do. Like, you have to believe in yourself and you have to believe that you can achieve something. At the same time, you have to be very realistic, and I find that having some kind of a backup is always a good idea. So I always saved money on the side, and we are not planning anything crazy. Plus, we don't travel really much. One of the reasons why my channel is not really that interesting, because we're mostly sitting at home. But I would love to go to Styria again. If you haven't watched my last video, I will link it down below. It's just such a beautiful part of Austria. There are also other parts of Austria I would love to explore together with Shadow. I just love mountains, and that's something I would like to do, but of course it depends on the situation. Oh poop, the battery was empty, so I had to change it. So where was I? So I was actually going to tell you that I decided I will get vaccinated this year as soon as the vaccine for COVID is going to be available for the normal public. And when the time will come when it's going to be available, then I will film a video about that so that I can tell you more. At this point, I have no idea if there will be a choice between the vaccines. I asked my doctor and she said they know very little. It looks like the vaccine is going to be available at my doctor's office, but she knows so far nothing about the brand and when it's going to be, because when they're going to get it, it's going to be first available for people over 65, and then there's going to be some other groups, and then the regular public, and that's where I will come in. But I will film a video about that so that I could then share my experience. Other than that, I am really looking forward to start filming my next course for sewing beginners for my sewing platform. If you're interested, I will link my sewing platform down below. So far there's only a course for hand stitching, but if that's something for you, yeah, you can check it out. I also have a secret subscription that is only for my subscribers, so I will write more about that in the description box. And that way, if you're interested and if you want to learn with my platform, you can also save even more money than just with the discounted price for streaming. So, and sewing is something I've been always passionate about, and I just have so many cool projects in my head, and I'm just so much looking forward into this. The only thing is I still don't have a program for creating patterns that would be available in a PDF format. These programs are very expensive, and before I make such decision as which program to buy and spend so much money, I really want to be sure that it's something I will be able to use and work with. So this is something I will do in future. So at the beginning there will be only a few patterns, small patterns that I can draw and scan in, but hopefully in future I will be able to get a decent program so that I can then make also sewing patterns available for things like coats and pens and something like that. But that's all in future. I don't think that's gonna happen this year, because creating a course, at least from the last experience, has been a process that went over a few months, because I really wanted to do a good job and think everything through so that it would make sense. And I just bet on my camera, say it, don't spray it, Lara. What else? Yeah, apart from that, and then of course also hopefully being able to go hiking with Shadow, there's really nothing else we really plan. You can't really plan in a situation like this, right? I really hope that I will be able to visit my parents though, because I miss them, and even though they sometimes drive me nuts, like, you know, all parents do, I really miss them. And my mom's also gonna have surgery soon, and I'm just worried about that too. She's gonna have a hip replacement, and yeah, you know, there are just so many things that are on my mind. As I said, it's just, I just keep worrying about those who are close to me, and I just hope that this year is gonna bring hopefully as much positive as possible, and hopefully the world will start going back to normal. Now, yeah, about sports, a huge fail last year, right? You know, I'm so obsessed with stretching, and I want to be able to do splits, and I keep talking about this for years and following stretching programs. So I subscribed to a program called Scissor Stretching, created by a girl from Austria. So it's for German speakers. She's super sweet. Her name is Steffi, and it's an amazing program. So I started stretching with her, already seen some results, but then Hercules passed away, and I just wasn't able to focus on that for a while, and my flexibility suffered a lot because of all the sadness. I felt so tight, so of course, you know, there's no way you would be relaxed when you're doing your stretching. And then I started boxing. That helped me a lot mentally, and of course my physical condition improved a lot, and I started stretching again. And especially during the first lockdown, I have been doing a few challenges, and my flexibility improved so much, and I was so proud, and I've seen results, and I was like, okay, maybe by the end of the year I'll be sitting in split. So then in July, when our box gym opened again, I started focusing more on boxing. So I've been doing just regular stretching after boxing, and that's where I noticed that it really makes a difference if you're doing just passive stretching or if you're also doing active stretches, because the flexibility didn't get much worse, but it didn't improve either. So for a while it was actually quite good, but then I got kind of lazy, and then at some point I made a photo of where I am, you know, regarding to how far I need into splits. And then I had to laugh so badly, because when I compared the photo and I looked at the photos from, let's say, June or something like that, it's worse. That's a major fail, for crap's sake. So I was like, time to do regularly training with scissor stretching. So right now I'm doing another splits challenge, and I can already tell that the muscle memory kicked in, and my flexibility improved only after a few days, so that's great. So I just thought about it thoroughly. You know, I love pole dance and I love ballet, but I feel like I can't do all these things at the same time and see results. Flexibility is very important to me, and I'm literally obsessed with boxing. I feel like that's something I should have been doing when I was a kid already. I don't know how I lived without boxing at this point. I just love it so much. It feels so right. So I decided this year I'm just gonna focus only on boxing and stretching. Nothing else when it comes to sports, just to see how far I will come this year. And I also learned not to set any goals anymore for myself, be it business or private life or sports, because it just makes me feel shitty at the end of the year if I feel like there are categories where I did not achieve what I wanted. It doesn't work for me personally, right? There are people that really need that and it's really beneficial for them. I'm not one of them. So I don't do any of these weird overviews that I used to do for myself. I don't even use my bullet journal anymore, because at the end of the day I found that it just started stressing me. it's been useful for a while. It made sense for a while, and after a while it just kind of lost the purpose, so I'm not doing any of these things. What I do what I do a lot is I use a lot my phone, because there's this great calendar with a reminder that you can set up. So I put basically everything that I want to do or have to do and every single appointment into my phone, and my phone yells at me on time to remind me, hey, there's this thing that you want to do, or your appointment is about to start in, let's say, 2 hours, or sometimes even a day before, so that I don't forget. And I really like the fact that you can set multiple reminders on the phone. So if there's something that, let's say, dental hygiene, that's gonna come in several months, then it's great to be reminded like a week before, so that you don't plan anything else, and then a day before, and then let's say 2 hours before. So that's what I'm using, because I feel like I do have this device. Why have another book that only stresses me personally? But again, there's nothing wrong with bullet journal. I think they can be very beneficial. It's like the gratitude journals. Whatever works for you guys, just use it. There's nothing wrong with either. It's just, it's not been working for me long term. And that's why I feel like I'm just using my smartphone for these things. I'm also making notes, and that's all I need to function, because anything else just kind of puts more pressure on me, and it's just, yeah, I don't know if that even made sense the way I explained it. So yeah, it's just not something I'm doing. So yeah, so I'll be boxing a lot, and hopefully I'll be able to spar this year. I know that we're gonna be sparring with Jack. He promised to go light on me, because he's actually in the weight class heavyweight and I'm welterweight, I think. So there's a big difference in weight class, and if he would like go all in, I'd be like probably, you know, taking a canvas nap. No, so it's just gonna be, you know, we're not going crazy. It's just, we're doing this just for sports. We're not gonna really beat each other up, but it's about the reaction, you know, learning how to react to punches coming at me. And he's very experienced, because Jack has been boxing for at least 18 years or maybe longer, and he's been training with professionals too, so he knows what he's doing, and I'm really excited about that. I actually got from him for Christmas a headgear, so that my head would be protected for sparring, so excited. I also have my mouthpiece, I have to mold it, and then yeah, then we can start as soon as the weather's gonna be decent, because we're probably, you know, the way it looks, we can't go into a gym anytime soon, so we're probably gonna spar in the yard, if Shadow lets us, because he always feels like, oh, you playing, guys? I want to play too. And then he's jumping and barking, and you know. Yeah, and that's probably it. I don't even know if this video made any sense. I've been probably just blabbing. I hope it's not also too long, but I just really felt like sit down and talk to you guys about various things, what's been on my mind, on my heart, and I hope that there was at least one thing that you could take away from this video, or at least that it distracted you from the crap going on in the world. Yeah, there's one more thing I wanted to talk about. So last year I have decided I didn't want to do YouTube on a regular basis anymore. And you've seen I posted just a few videos and that was it. But I feel like this break was really good for me, because I kind of reconnected with the old school YouTube vibe. As I said at the beginning, that I feel like I reminded myself why I started in the first place, because it was all about connecting and sharing, and I think that's what I want to do. I will not promise anything regular, because that would be a lie to myself, to be honest, because I know that there are just sometimes times when I just don't feel like doing it, but I do want to film occasionally, because I honestly miss that. And I missed you guys, so I will pop up a few times a year. And it would be great if you would tell me in the comments what kind of videos would be interesting for you, so that I know, you know, at least a little bit, what is it that you guys like watching? Because I personally love filming food videos, like cooking videos, but I know that the views are really shitty, so very few people are watching them. I will definitely film whenever we go hiking, because I love having all these memories with Shadow, because I know all these memories that I filmed with Hercules were the things that kept me sane after Hercules died, because I was able to look back and remember the wonderful time with him. So I'm basically doing this for myself and for Jack, so when one day Shadow won't be around, that we will have something to look back at, you know, not just in our heads, but something to hold on. And other than that, I love doing like chatty videos, and I don't know, would you like to know about my skincare routine, hair care routine, something like that? Just let me know. Also, would you want to do a little workout with me? It's just an idea. Think about it and let me know what's interesting for you. And I think I'm just gonna wrap it up for today, because otherwise this video is gonna be like super long, and I don't want to take too much of your time. So thank you all for watching. Please stay safe, stay healthy, take good care of yourself, and hopefully we'll see each other soon.